Let's talk about history. So Jordan's third season was special. It was the highest scoring season of his whole career, with a whopping 37.1 points per game average without having missed a single game. To give a better perspective on this, he scored 40 points in 28 games, over 50 points in 6 games, and he set a franchise record against Atlanta, scoring 61 points. In terms of single player performance, he was definitely on par with Larry Bird in Boston, or Magic Johnson in LA, but he didn't have the team that could compete for a championship. The Bulls, statistically, were still an average team with 40 wins and 42 losses. In the playoffs, they were again swept by Larry Bird and the Boston Celtics in the first round. The real turning point for the Bulls and Michael Jordan will be in the fourth season, but we're not there yet. Before we hop into the game, let's have a look at the standings in mid-season. So the 76ers are the second best team in the East. What a surprise. Even bigger surprise, Washington Wizards are the third best team. So everything's going fine for the 76ers. And the award race for most valuable player, Jordan's not to be found. That's probably because he's only got a high points per game, but it doesn't excel at any other stat. But we have Joel Embiid in the race for Defensive Player of the Year, but going up against Anthony Davis, Leonard, and James, he probably won't win it. We are watching the Toronto Raptors at Philadelphia against the 76ers. And it's an interesting match because it's almost a mirror team in terms of scoring options. We have DeMar DeRozan, Michael Jordan at shooting guard position, and Kyle Lowry and Mudiay at point guard position. So the two main scorers are more or less on the same positions. One thing I really like about the 76ers is their strong front court, especially Embiid right here, who is so big and strong that Terrence Ross can't get by him, and Jeremy Grant gets open at the top of the key and goes for a nice mid-range jumper. So Mudiay was having a problem with turnovers last game because of those alley-oops. But he doesn't need alley-oops for turnovers. Look at that ridiculous dumb pass. And DeMar DeRozan, ooh, that was really close. Would have been an awesome dunk, but it went in anyway, and he goes for the and one. Let's have a look at the replay, because that looked pretty cool. So the 76ers have been struggling a bit with the scoring at the beginning of the game. And that was almost a turnover again, but Michael Jordan gets the ball and goes for a nice one-handed slam. So I turned off the alley-oop tendency for Mudiay, but that doesn't stop him from taking stupid shots. Look at that, so much time left on the shot clock, and he goes for like a fadeaway, falling back three right there. And the Raptors get the rebound, and they are going to score right here, because Jordan is not going up against DeRozan, as you can see here. It's a mismatch. No, it's not really a mismatch. It's against Jeremy Grant. But DeRozan too quick for Grant, and he goes for a nice fake and a pull-up jumper. So last game, we definitely had a problem with rebounds. Well, like second chance points. And let's have a look at this play right here, because it's a great example of how it actually could work. So Jeremy Grant goes for a three. Embiid goes up against two, gets the offensive rebound. And Jordan gets the ball, it's back to Grant. Mudiay is open because Lowry is not doing what he should. And he misses again, but Embiid gets the rebound and scores himself. I'm very happy with Embiid's development. So this situation right here is something I want to see more often. Fast break, Mudiay, Jordan, and with his elite athleticism, he manages to get to the line and get the and one. So the NBA 2K game is always really focused on backcourt, small forward kind of play. You rarely see centers really dominating the game. So I really like this scene right here where Embiid goes up for a low post and goes for a nice one-handed lay-in. And again, Embiid from the other side this time tries to post up, but there's nobody behind him, so he goes for a nice little fade and scores. Very nice Embiid, very happy. So our bench is on the court right now. We have Ubra with this nice move right here. Too quick for Val. Insunis, I don't know how to pronounce his name, sorry. He's quick enough against Val, but is he quick enough against Winslow? Let's see. Nope. Crossover and powerful one-handed dunk. Ubra definitely the most interesting player in the last minutes of the first quarter. Look at this awesome defense against Lowry. Gets the block and initiates the fast break, which Michael Carter-Willams again finishes with the nice dunk. And that concludes the first quarter. The Raptors are definitely doing a better job at converting their field goals, and the 76ers have to work on that in the next quarter because they missed some really easy shots. Tony Rotten is one of our most essential players coming from the bench because he's the only one who can really shoot threes, even though he has a weird ass shot. But he makes this three right here very nice. It's been a long time since we've seen something from Michael Jordan, and here he is out of nowhere with a nice tip and dunk. And another nice move by Michael Jordan, who just runs up the court and pulls up, makes the shot, getting the first lead for the 76ers against the Raptors. DeMar DeRozan, very good athletic player, trying a similar thing here, losing Jordan against the screen and going for a pull-up jumper, and he misses. Ellis gets the rebound, and here the fast break. Michael Jordan, oh, almost the charge. Val, didn't work. That's gonna make a nice poster though. So Jeremy Grant is our dedicated three-point shooter now. Look at DeMar DeRozan here. He loses Jeremy Grant. And Jeremy Grant, top of the key, going for a three, goes in. Very nice. So nothing really exciting happened in the last 4 minutes of the second quarter. So we conclude the second quarter, the first half here, and the Raptors lead by 5 points. And yeah, see you in the third quarter. So we haven't seen much of Nerlens Noel yet in this game. So nice steal by him here, and then the long range pass to Michael Jordan, who finishes it in traffic. Nice dunk. So Jordan has 21 points already at the beginning of the third quarter, so I think this is going to be a high scoring game for Michael Jordan overall. On the other side we have Kyle Lowry with this awesome finish here. No foul, so 76ers got lucky there. So the 76ers are the best defensive team in the league, and here you can see why. We have Jordan going up against DeRozan, Val coming up for a pick, Embiid manages to defend against DeRozan, and DeRozan misses, Noel gets the rebound. On the other hand, we have Moutier bringing the ball up the court, going past Terrence Ross, finishing off with a dunk. Very nice play right here. So typical Jordan points here. He's at the high post at the corner, posting up to the basket, turn around, right away, and he scores. Very nice points. I love that. So DeRozan is off the court. We have Winslow now defending Jordan at shooting guard position. And is he a match for Michael Jordan? Nah, no way. Not even close. So I talked about Tony Roten being a nice scorer. But look at this pass right here to Carter-Willams. And the next play is again dedicated to Tony Roten with the nice 3 points. So DeMar DeRozan is like the poor man's Michael Jordan. But in this play right here, he's a full-fledged Michael Jordan. That was awesome. So the problem for the 76ers in this game is not their capability to play basketball. It's more that the Raptors make shots which they normally wouldn't or shouldn't, as this one right here. It's a circus shot. So it's just one of those games where the opposing team, you know, no matter what they do, it will work out. And in this case, it's the Raptors. You know, they just do anything they want and they score in the end. So it's going to be really difficult for the 76ers to turn this game around in the last quarter. But we will have to see for ourselves. So at the start of the fourth quarter, the Raptors have a 10-point lead over the 76ers. And Moutier and Michael Carter-Willams on the court. Moutier is trying his best to still win this game. Nice little lean back jumper from the top of the paint. So there's about a 3.5 minute cut here from the last scene up to now. And the thing is happening in this game, the 76ers are trying to play 3-point plays for Jeremy Grant. And the Raptors, as you can see right here again, now he makes it, but that's the only one he made. The Raptors are playing really good defense on him. So they force him to take stupid shots and then they get the rebound. So it's really hard at the moment for the Raptors to close that gap because they're persistent with giving Jeremy Grant those plays and the Raptors defending him. So big comeback by the 76ers. Jeremy Grant with the very important 3, and then Michael Jordan gets fouled twice while trying to get to the basket, and he makes all 4 of his free throws, making the game even again, after we started with a 10-point lead for the Raptors in the 4th quarter. So now, for the last 3.5 minutes, it's going to be a very exciting game. DeRozan seems to be unimpressed by this. Look at this nice Michael Jordan-esque jumper right there. And again, the Raptors have the lead. So for me personally, Jeremy Grant is the player of this game. He's nailed so many important threes, and he nails this one. So Val scores a jumper, and the Toronto Raptors lead again. And now we have Michael Jordan, who's taking the responsibility for this game on his shoulders. What does he do? He misses, and who saves his ass? Embiid, taking the offensive rebound off the ground and scoring. Well done, Embiid. Thank you. So now I'm just waiting for the final play of the game that will decide who will win and who will lose. And here is Michael Jordan with that play. Nice defense against Val, getting the block, takes the ball up the court. Jeremy Grant is open, and he scores the long-range jumper. I think that was it. And that was it. The Raptors were broken after that play, and they didn't score any points. Philadelphia scored 2 more possessions, and yeah, Philadelphia wins 110-103 against the Toronto Raptors. Let's have a look at the post-game stats. Jordan, 33 points, 38 minutes played, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 block. Very nice field goal percentage, and free throw percentage is alright too. I don't know, mediocre performance from Jordan considering his talent. Double-double from Embiid, very happy about that. Almost a double-double from Moutier, 10 assists, 9 assists, 16 points. Let's have a look at the Raptors. DeMar DeRozan, even better than Jordan. 50% field goal percentage. 1 out of 5 3-pointers, not that good. Overall, very equal performance from both of the teams. Was a very even matchup. And the team stats, you can see field goal percentage and 3-point percentage better at the 76ers. And fast break points, 14-4. I really like how the 76ers play those fast breaks. But still, very even matchup, so that was it. Let's have a look at the awards after the regular season. Steph Curry is most valuable player, and Anthony Davis actually made it to Defensive Player of the Year, so no Embiid. And the only 76ers players are Michael Jordan in All-NBA third team, which is kind of disappointing. But if we have a look at the defensive teams, we see Michael Jordan and Joel Embiid in the All-Defensive first team of the NBA, which is pretty impressive. And at the second team, we have Moutier also. So we have a very strong defensive team here, which is lacking a little bit on offense. I wish I could say something positive about this year's playoffs, but I can't. The Knicks beat the 76ers in the first round. Michael Jordan's original team, the Bulls, win the championship. Oh, the irony. So that was the season. Thank you for watching, guys. Goodbye.